Hello everybody, this is the WWE Money in the Bank 2012 review, and this pay-per-view, it started off really good actually. Started off with the world title Money in the Bank match. We had Dolph Ziggler versus Damien Sandow versus Santino Marella versus Christian versus Cody Rhodes versus Tensei versus Tyson Kidd versus Sin Cara. And this match, it was actually one of my favorite Money in the Bank matches of like all time. There's been a lot of good ones, but this one was one of my personal favorites. I don't know if it's because Ziggler won, and Ziggler is by far one of my favorite current WWE superstars, wrestlers, whatever the hell you want to call them. But there was some really good spots in this match. It started off a little slow. Started off actually really slow, but then it started to pick up more towards the middle. You had my favorite spot of the whole match, probably the whole night. Yeah, the whole night. My favorite spot was the when Tensei and Dolph Ziggler were on the outside after Tensei just power bombed Sin Cara onto the ladder, just boom. Um, when Sin Cara bounced off, Dolph Ziggler comes out trying to attack Tensei, and then Tensei just grabs Ziggler right over the announce table, just hucks the man, just hucks him, chucks him, just throws him across the announce table. There goes Ziggler flying, just hits the barricade, hits the chairs. It just looked great. I thought Ziggler was dead there. I didn't think he was going to get back up and no less win the match after that. Um, everyone, I shouldn't say everyone, almost everyone had their spot in the match. Damien Sandow didn't really have his spot in the match that much, did he? Not that I remember, at least. Santino did. He had a stupid spot where he's so scared to climb the ladder, but the Cobra was going up the ladder, and it was stupid. Then he started like covering the briefcase from near it. Oh, that was horrible. See, Cody Rhodes, he didn't really have a big spot in the match either. He was just kind of thrown in there. Christian, he had he was involved in quite a bit, but for a minute there, I did think he was gonna win because just of how long he's been there and still hasn't won a Money in the Bank match. Let's see, Sin Cara, his spot in the match wasn't a spot that he was giving to anyone. That his was when Tensai picked him up and powerbombed him onto the ladder, which at the time I thought it was going to be a repeat of last year when Sin Cara got powerbombed through the ladder by Sheamus, but this turned out to be completely different because the ladder wasn't it didn't break. He just like bounced off it and just hit it again and fell on the floor. Uh, so obviously those were Tensei's spots. Tensei, Tensei almost actually had the briefcase. He was knocking everybody down. I actually thought he was going to get it for a second. Knowing WWE, I wouldn't put it past them to have someone like Tensei, them just shoving them down our throats. Um, but yeah, Dolph Ziggler won. Dolph Ziggler was over with that crowd too, throughout the whole thing. Dolph Ziggler was just the crowd was just cheering for him. Especially when he won, they just popped. That place just erupted. And then the Miz returned, and surprisingly, he got a good reaction from the fans. A really good reaction, at least. At least it seemed to me, compared to what people were booing him before. Now they cheered him when he came out. And he had put himself into the Raw Money in the Bank match, which it doesn't really make sense because they said a couple of weeks ago they said no one can just put themselves into the Money in the Bank match, and here comes the Miz just throwing himself in, which I didn't mind. I love the Miz, love the man, the Miz. Um, so he put himself in, and then we had the World Heavyweight Championship title match. It was Alberto Del Rio versus Sheamus, the Great White, and Sheamus ended up winning that one. This match was way better than I thought. I wasn't expecting much of a match here. I was just expecting maybe 5 minutes of a match and then bro kick and it's done. But no, there was not ever a moment in the match where it's like, oh, I think Del Rio might get it. I think Del Rio might get it. It was a very predictable match, but still went a lot longer than I expected. Then Del Rio really worked on the arm of Sheamus. He always works on the arm, but Sheamus has been like since like when he was shooting with Bryan, his arm has just been keeps getting worked on by people. I don't know if they're going to involve that in the story. Where like, I don't fucking know, but let's see. Was there any memorable spots in that match that I can think of? Not really. There was nothing that stood out to me in that match as, oh my god, that was a good spot or something. But It ended with, I think it ended with the bro kick, maybe. I don't know if it ended with bro kick or white noise. I know he did both of them, I believe, but it ended with bro kick. I'm pretty sure. Um, but yeah, Sheamus won that. Then Dolph Ziggler. Well, actually, before that, hold up. The crowd was just chanting right after. Was just cheering for Ziggler. Even throughout the match, they were just cheering, "We want Ziggler." Um, I guess they want him to cash in. Then Ricardo Rodriguez, Sheamus was trying to leave the ring. Ricardo Rodriguez jumps on his back to stop him. In comes Del Rio. They just both start pounding on him, pounding on him. There goes Ziggler's music. The place just erupts. Out comes Ziggler now. I was hoping he was gonna win, but I knew right from when he came out. Something told me that Del Rio is gonna screw him over from winning this. Del Rio is gonna screw him over, which I wasn't wrong. He goes into the ring. Del Rio's just staring at him. Del Rio then goes on to start like bickering with him in the ring there, so it just distracts him longer. By the time he gets to the ref to give the ref the briefcase, he turns around before the ref can ring the bell. Remember this, before the ref can ring the bell, so there's no official match, but he gets bro kicked. He's just done. Obviously, Sheamus didn't have to pin him because the bell never rung. Thank God, because that would have been horrible if he somehow. Yeah, I just would have been pissed if they had Ziggler lose. I could see Ziggler being the first one to lose just because WWE knows everyone likes Ziggler, but they're just like, no, fuck you, we're not gonna have this happen. Then we got a filler match pretty much. There was a few of these, but the first one was the Primetime Players, part of the AW whatever, versus Primo and Epico. And before this, you had R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, and Lil Jimmy. Gotta love Lil Jimmy. Coming down, they were announcing with Booker T. Yeah, Booker T's on commentary, damn sucker. Booker T's gonna come out. He's gonna give Lil Jimmy that spinner rule. Gonna teach Lil Jimmy how to spin rule. He's all gonna be good. Player, sucker. Uh, anyway, so this match, I didn't really see much of this match. I went out to get some dinner actually during this match. Made myself some dinner. I wasn't expecting it to be a good match. I came back in and all I heard was AEW saying, "Hey, you can't just cross the border." That was fucking good. Whatever happened there, but I like AEW on that he gets the little headset to commentate during the match. It's good. He can just come in here. I think I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Epico came in illegally, and he's just like, "This thing's the border. You can't just cross the border." But Primo and Epico ended up winning the match. I believe it was just with like a roll up. Uh, Not many spots stood out in this match. Primo or Epico went for a cross body onto, I believe it was Darren Young that they went onto it. I believe. I don't think it was Titus O'Neil that they tried to, but he just brought him. Yeah, it was Darren Young. He just shut the fuck up, cat. Just brought him right into his knee. Fucking cat, stop. Just brought him. Fucking. Alright, anyway, I'll try to ignore that. Alright, so yeah, Primo and Epico did win that one. Uh, then afterwards, you had AW and the Primetime Players go over. Fucking this cat, I'm telling you. I'm gonna get you. I'll bring you to the Chinese restaurant if you don't shut the hell up. Alright, that worked. Anyway, so they went over to him, and R-Truth, they got AW on their face. R-Truth just grabbed his water, hooked it right into his face. He's like, oh, hell no! He didn't want none of that. Primetime Players, they held him back. Then we went into, unfortunately, it wasn't the main event, which fucking pissed me off. Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk, with AJ as the special guest referee in a no disqualification match. Fucking loved this match. I was into this one. This was a good fucking match. I'll give it that. I did enjoy this one. I didn't care who won. Uh, I'm actually glad Punk won because I want to see Punk have a really long reign. I want to see him have it for over a year. You know, that's just me. I want to see him at least someone that finally have it for a year again. Um, that's not fucking John Cena. We'll get it. We'll get into that later, though. We'll get into that later. But Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk. This match, there were some good spots. Didn't even start. They went right out to the ring. Like literally 5 minutes into the match, AJ gets knocked off the apron because of CM Punk getting pushed into her by Daniel Bryan. She gets taken out, and there's a replacement referee. She was holding her neck. She gets taken to the back for a while. She does come back later, but let's continue on. They fight on the outside for a while. Punk gets rammed into the steps. Then Punk gets thrown into the barricade. Then Daniel Bryan comes running at him, just throws him over. When he comes running at him, this Punk puts him on the thing, and then like does like a clothesline from the. They're out like where the all like the ring and fucking the ring bell is, and the timekeeper. They're where they are, where there's the barricade, like the one that's like that, and then there's the one like that. Punk jumped from that one to the other one just with the clothesline. That was a pretty good spot. Then you had like a lot of kendo sticks, a lot of single Cane spots where they were just trying to hit each other. Daniel Bryan pulled it out, was trying to hit him for a while. The crowd was going crazy for tables. They wanted tables, so Punk grabbed one out. But then after that, that's when the kendo stick came out, and then they brought that into the ring. There were some good spots with that. Daniel Bryan got hit quite a bit. CM Punk, they both got hit quite a bit. Then you had AJ. She came back. She came back. I knew she was going to come back eventually. She comes down. She skips around the ring because they're both down. She just starts skipping around the ring. Goes out. She grabs a chair. She goes into the chair. She goes into the ring with the chair. She has the chair up, looking at both of them, seeing who she wants to hand it to. Daniel Bryan's like asking her for the chair. She just puts it in the middle. They look. Then they race to the chair. Daniel Bryan then hits him in the gut with the chair. There's a couple of chair shots. Uh, then later on in the match, CM Punk sets the chair up in like between the two corners, the second and the top rope. He's gonna go try to whip him, but AJ gets in the way. Like she doesn't want Bryan to get hurt, but then Bryan comes back in control, and then Daniel Bryan goes for the Singapore cane, which is the thing. She stomps on it so we can't get. She just has her foot down on it so we can't get that because she doesn't want CM Punk to get hit with that. There's a couple submission holds in there. Then we have the ending of the match was when CM Punk, when he grabbed the table, um, he set the table up. They set Daniel Bryan on the top rope. Actually, he didn't set Daniel Bryan on the top rope. That's later. He had Daniel Bryan laying down like he's going to do the elbow drop, but Daniel Bryan gets off the table, knocks him down, so he lands nuts first onto the top of the turnbuckle there. Then they go up. Daniel Bryan looks like he's going to try to superplex him through the table. CM Punk doesn't have any of that, so then CM Punk knocks him off, gets off the turnbuckle, goes up from behind, and a back suplex right through the table. 1, 2, 3. But then he wins the title, grabs it out of AJ's hand. Then AJ's just standing there like he's supposed to like run over to her, do all that, but he's just completely ignoring AJ. You can see AJ is frustrated. I want to see where the storyline's going to go from here. To me, it's a little bit being dragged out, the storyline. And you know it's going to continue because of the way it ended. AJ's going to come out, do something. But then we go into another filler match. Ryback versus Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex. At least it wasn't a squash match, I'll say that. At least Ryback didn't come out and just completely squash him in like 2 minutes. They were actually working on Ryback for a while. Unfortunately, they both weren't in the ring at the same time, which I think is fucking retarded. Every other one of Ryback's handicap matches have had both of them in at the same time, but no, because if they're actual superstars, they can't be in at the same time with Ryback. It's like, fucking logic. What the fuck? But, Rex and Hawkins, they were doing like really quick tags so they could be both in the ring for a second, so they could both just get that upper hand on Ryback. But it didn't last long. Ryback then, like maybe 3 or 4 minutes into the match, finally started to come back, gave him all his like signature, like the clothesline, then high stepped around the ring a little bit with one of them on their shoulders, I believe. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention during the match. I just saw and heard what happened. Then you had fucking what was next? The Divas match, the 6 Divas tag team match. I didn't even know there's fucking 6 Divas. Are you kidding me? But it was Layla, Caitlyn, and Tamina versus Beth Phoenix, Natalya, and Eve. What is I thought Natalya like turned face. Natalya's always changing between face and heel. I'm telling you, every other month either she's changing. I could have sworn last month she was fucking face. This month she's heel because she's on the heel. What the hell's going on here? I don't even know. I didn't pay much attention during this match. I know Layla got the win over Beth Phoenix by doing her like neck breaker that she does. I don't know what it's actually called, but she did that. And this next match was the WWE Money in the Bank match. You know, I was hoping WWE wouldn't do it. They'd smarten up and they'd fucking not let Cena win this shit. Alright, I'm not gonna. It was predictable and I shouldn't be so pissed about it. But why the fuck did they need to have Cena win this? Why does Cena need to win the Money in the Bank? Why not give it to Miz? Why not give it to fucking Jericho, okay? Oh no, the part that really pissed me off about this, it wasn't even Cena winning. It was how fucking stupid Michael Cole was. Alright, Kane was near the briefcase. He had it in his hand for a second there. And he's like, oh, Kane could go on to be the first ever person to win 2 Money in the Bank matches. Right then I was like, what about fucking CM Punk, you fucking idiot? Do you forget? Did they not... What, like the fucking 6-month rule, I believe. A couple of years ago, didn't happen. Oh, but then... You know, I was hoping they'd sense up because Jericho was up there all alone with Miz. I was like, oh, they might fucking give it to him. They might actually have smartened up and been like, fucking Cena, get him out of here. Then Jericho was hanging from it, but then all of a sudden Cena fucking comes out. Big Show, oh yeah. Big Show had to get his big fucking mega ladder out from 2010 that he had in that Money in the Bank match. And the announcers were acting like it's the first time they ever saw it. Yet again, 6-month rule coming into play that they can't act like they've never seen it. And then when it was pretty much a lot of the same stuff from the 2010 SmackDown Money in the Bank match. You had all the ladders getting thrown on Big Show. Then you had Big Show like breaking the ladders and pulling out the mega one because he couldn't climb the ladder because it broke. So they rehashed a couple things. And what else happened? Oh yeah, oh my god, John Cena picked up Big Show for the fucking attitude adjustment. Oh, I've never seen that like 50 times before, and the announcer's like, it's such a big thing that he can do that, even though he's done it 100 times before, and you act like the same way every fucking time it does it. It just pisses me off even more. And then yeah, so the way it actually ended was Big Show was up there, after knocking out fucking The Miz and Chris Jericho, after just knocking them off, just giving them the knockout punch, like saying, fuck you two, we know people want you two to win, but you're not gonna fucking win, because me and Cena are gonna be the last two on the ladder, because we fucking, oh, fucking god, so let me try to hold my anger here. So, the way it ended as, Cena grabbed the briefcase and just started whacking it over the head, while it was still up there, over the head of, the Big Show. Like, the handle broke off of it, and that's how Cena won. He was like, oh, I fucking did it! I fucking did it! Yeah, fuck. I really fucking hope that, Cena's gonna be the first one to lose the Money in the Bank cash-in match, because Cena better not do it where he does it cheap, because last year, if I remember correctly, didn't he bash Del Rio for that last year after Del Rio cashed it in cheaply? I could have sworn he did. But fuck Cena. You wanna see what I think of fucking Cena? You see this fucking guy here? Yeah, fucking Cena. You see this? You see Cena? Yeah. That's what I think of Cena. Catch Cena first. Oh, fucking smoke too much. Yeah. Fuck Cena. Fuck him. Fuck him. Piece of shit. No one wants Cena. Yeah. Fucking burn, Cena. Fucking burn. And that is the review for Money in the Bank 2012. Catch me tomorrow night. or Tuesday morning for my Raw review. Let's see if they smarten up and do something good, unlike last week's Raw. I'll catch you guys later.